Well, we can talk about it later on.
Hey, you big fat cunt. Don't be giving me crap. I used your recordings of the sick shit you've sent us over the last 5 years. I feel sick that such a nice sounding guy raised a prick like you.
That you're the one that posted it on YouTube. You posted it on YouTube under your username, you dumb fuck. And you sure as hell don't have my authorization or anybody else's authorization in writing, and that's what's required by law. And since we've already filed charges against you stating that you don't have our express written consent, YouTube said they would take it down immediately, but Sergeant said, don't do it. We want to stack these charges. That way, you know, when you're like 60, you might get out of prison.
Did you see the video?
You can post anything that you want, buddy, but every time that you do, it's a federal law, and when you don't have anybody's permission to do it, it's now a felony.
What was it called then?
So go read your fucking internet. Get on Google, baby. Turn on fucking the national news. You're done. I love it every time.
What was it called then?
You call.
What was it called then?
But I feel obliged to tell you that you don't have my express written permission to publish anything on the internet. But I guess we're a little late for that, aren't we? And I just can't wait till that jury sees my dad's face because the shit that you played. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful.
Why does your son sound like a little pussy?
Well, that's recorded too. And it's 6'4" and 210 pounds. And he's ranked in the top 5 in the world in contact karate. I want him to be there, and he will be. I want you to just call him a pussy to his face. I'll bet you that no marshal's going to be able to keep him from fucking putting his foot right down your fucking throat. So you say all the shit you want, but the day of reckoning is coming, punk.
He sounds like a little faggot.
He is. So it really ought to be embarrassing for you to get beat up by a faggot, wouldn't it?
He ain't gonna do shit.
What do you want to say to that? What do you want to say to that?
He ain't gonna do shit.
But he doesn't have to do anything because old daddy is the mean, nasty one in this family. And when they lock you up in Cook County Jail, we'll get to meet. Drunk and disorderly is going to put me right in there. And you know what? I got a lot of friends from the years that I spent in prison. And they're going to
love your father?
Really love they're going to love you.
Do you love your father?
You've committed 3 felonies just today.
Do you love your father?
You know,
Do you love your father?
What I enjoy is knowing that your ass is going to fucking be in deep shit. And there ain't going to be no computers in prison. There ain't going to be any way of hiding or disguising. There's going to be big black people, Mexicans, and white people, and Aryan Brotherhood, all of these people who are beholding to me because I am a shot caller. And they're going to remind you every day of the stupid shit that you did.
So who am I then? You're only bluffing.
Have you ever seen anybody knocked out and they just shit on themselves because they couldn't control their bodily functions? Boom! Where their fucking head hits the floor before they actually hit the floor. You probably dig up some shit like YouTube, couldn't you? That's going to be you, buddy.
I don't give a shit.
That's you. You say it now, but we know you're scared. And you have every reason to be. That's why you keep calling. That's why you call and you think threatening me or calling the family is going to make some difference. Well, you just played poker with the wrong person, pussy.
No, I know you're bluffing.
Sure you do. Then call your friends and ask them if they've been in touch with the fucking federal authorities. Call YouTube. They already pulled your ass down once, not long, or back a year or two ago, and you put the shit back up. You move from one state to the other. You've been doing this and that, but we know who you are now, and we know where you are. And I'm not going to give you the fucking satisfaction. I'm sure that you've probably gone on Google or called the Chicago Police Department. And when you talk to him, what are you going to say? What are you going to say, boy?
But you've threatened us a million
somebody
times.
Knocks at the door, every time somebody knocks at the door and it's not the cops, is one step closer to where they're going to come and get you. You know, the one thing about it is Chicago's kind of antiquated. You didn't rob a bank or anything else. But the prosecuting attorney and the federal prosecutors have now taken over this case at the Dirksen building. They will get around to swearing out the warrant, doing all the paperwork, and having the marshal show up at your fucking house. And you know what? And then it's done.
Aren't you in Arizona?
No, baby. I'm going to come right there to you. I'm going to come to you. You want to come and visit me in Arizona? You want to come and visit me? I'll buy you a plane ticket, but I know you're too much of a faggot. Your little friends say that you're the biggest pussy in the world. And they're not really friends because they turned on your ass. They told every little fucking detail about your stupid little shit because they was afraid to go to prison. So they threw you right on the bus, baby. But call them and ask them. Get on your little Facebook. Get on your little goddamn, message boards and all that kind of shit and see who's talking to you. And you know what's funny? We're not the only ones that have filed charges against you. You've been doing this shit to two other people. And they've piggybacked on us because when the authorities run your little goddamn YouTube thing and contacted security, we're not the only ones that have complained about you.
Where's your address?
So they... Go look on YouTube. You've got 3 different families that are going to show up and tell the judge you're the biggest sack of shit on the planet. And that judge is going to hear shit that he ain't never even heard.
Where do you live?
You know what I hope? What I really hope is I hope he's black. There's several federal judges in Chicago. They're black. I hope the fuck he's black.
Where do you live? I'd love to meet you up.
Poetic justice, baby. If you want to know where I live, I'll buy you a ticket and have somebody pick you up and bring you right to my house. You think you're kind of cute? I mean, nobody's stupid here. And I'll even give you an out here. If you think that you're big enough pussy, I've seen pictures of you, I know, but if you think that there's a 1 in a shot chance that you're David and I'm Goliath, I'd be more than happy to meet you. And if you can whoop my ass, I'll lie, steal, and cheat to make sure that you don't go to prison and you're prosecuted. But if you don't, you're going to take the worst ass whipping you can ever imagine, and then you're still going to go to prison. You've got my number. Send me a text with all the information.
Yeah? Come get me, motherfucker.
You're a pussy. That's what you are. You're a pussy and you're on the run, and I'm having so much fun. Because it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun.
No.
And right now, Bugs Bunny's got the gun right on your ass, bitch.
No, I'm not.
Shit, you kind of give me renewed vigor. Yes, get it straight. That's right. Now what? You know that it's actually illegal to record a conversation in Illinois without the express consent of the other party? You're not recording this, are you? I'm glad. Now what? That ain't going to keep you from going to jail. You got one shot at staying out of jail. And as best as I can tell, because my dad spoke to... When did you call and speak to the detective in Chicago? What was it, Friday or Saturday? Yeah, I think that's right. So,
I just want to know, do you love your father?
And my dad told me that basically, it takes 14 to 28 working days or whatever for them to process all the paperwork, swear out all the warrants, and then it goes into a stack over at the federal marshal's office.
I just want to know, do you love your father?
Because these are federal, things. So just stick it right there. So
I just want to know, do you love your father?
Are you a therapist? Obviously, you're not a Christian man. So what do you think? You're a therapist or something? You going to call him again? Because I hope you called him 5 million times, because he's the one that's going to put the nails in your coffin.
I want to know, do you?
See, you want to know that you're a piece of shit? Yeah, you are a piece of shit. Anybody that would call old people is a real piece of shit. And that's what, listen, nobody's really concerned about me because I am the boogeyman. But you know what? When my mom and dad get on the stand and testify, even if you try to plea bargain your way out, there'll be a sentencing hearing, and they'll be there.
Do you love your father?
They are going to put the nails in your coffins. What you better concern yourself with is, do you love your father? And how long it's going to be before you see your mama and your daddy after they throw your ass in prison, and after your mama and your daddy find out the shit that you've done? Will they love you?
My parents are long dead.
What else? I'm sitting here having dinner. What else you need to know?
You're so full of shit.
I think there's even a timeline here, as far as talking and harassing people. Damn, this steak is good. You won't be eating steak in prison. Good whiskey.
You're not going to prison.
I'm waiting on you to send me that text.
You at the homeless shelter?
When my mom and dad's through with you, when you get out of prison, that's all you'll be in. Because I understand there's ridiculously stiff financial penalties that are attached to these stupid-ass charges that you're guilty of. But from what I understand, the private detective we hired said you ain't got shit anyway. No, you don't feel for them because you called them and you caused them great pain and suffering. Didn't you? What's even funnier is they're very religious.
No, you didn't.
That's going to look really good, too, in court. My mother works in a church almost every day. My dad belongs to the Knights of Columbus, and you called and did something like that?
But it was your recordings. You retard.
Huh?
But it was your recordings. You retard.
you're a retard. We know that. Anybody that's stupid enough to do the stuff that you do and leave a trail on the internet, you are a retard.
Do you really have a cock-sucking dog?
That's what you're going to be. You made any new postings on YouTube lately?
Remember when you said you had a dog who said would suck my cock?
What I understand, you don't even have a cock. I heard you have a clit. That's what your friends say.
Do you have a dog?
Do you have a clit? Your friend said you did. I just want to make sure they're not being unkind to you. Are you embarrassed?
Oh, answer me, dipshit.
Are you embarrassed that you have a clit? You know, one of your little friends said that your life is consumed with doing stupid shit like this because you don't have a life, no girlfriend, no nothing. He felt sorry for you.
You're
Is that
gay,
true?
moron.
Well, I know you're a moron, but, I mean, is your friend telling the truth about you? Is it because you got such a little dick that you can't get a girlfriend?
Friend?
Is that why you have to do pathetic shit like this?
Who's this friend?
Is that why you have to do shit like this? Because you're so pathetic?
Give me names.
Well, the truth is that if you call the detective at the Chicago Police Department, when he arrests you, he'll give you a list. It's because you'll be obliged to have that. Your lawyer will get a list of everybody that's testified against you or will be testifying against you or that's provided information to both the FBI and the Chicago Police Department. So you'll get to see them all in court, unless you push out.
What's your YouTube channel name?
I've never put anything on YouTube in my life, but you put all kinds of stuff on YouTube without people's express written consent, and that's a crime. You think it's funny.
Like what?
Pretending that it didn't happen ain't going to change the fact that you've already been caught. The only thing that's going to save you is the good graces of God. Or if you get run over between now and then.
Okay, now you're full total shit.
So call all you want. Call all you want. Everybody is on the same page. I think my son even addressed you by your first name, but I won't give you the dignity of that. He scared the shit out of you because he tipped his hat because he wasn't supposed to say anything to you. You weren't supposed to know that the cops were already after your ass and knew who you were. But he messed up, but that's okay. And I think you were too fucking stupid to even know it.
Your son's a fucking pussy.
Hey, man, like I said, all you got to do is call it to him to his face. You're going to have a chance. Bing, bang, boom. Matter of fact, you'll be in handcuffs and shackles. But here's the deal. I got plenty of money, so I'm going to bond his ass out as soon as that. And I don't even think any judge in America will have the balls to throw him in jail for beating your sorry ass after the things that you've done. Of course, you can get protection. You can pussy out in PC. That's what it's called in prison. You can PC.
Really?
Put you
this
in
isn't looking good.
You going to PC? I bet almost $1,000 you'll PC, pussy.
You're making terroristic threats.
I'm not making any terroristic threats. You committed a crime and you called me. I didn't call you. I'm just telling you what's going to happen to you. Jail's a horrible place. Now, if you can establish that you didn't call me because we've been tracking your IP addresses and you want to do all this fancy shit, but you know what? Skype's already given your ass up a long time ago.
So, you're a fucking escort company. I want a bitch to fuck.
Department. Yep, they've been tracing your calls for the longest. But like I said, the best witnesses is going to be your friends. I would call them if I were you, because I'm just really concerned that you don't even have an idea who your friends are and aren't. I don't think you have any friends. There'll be some people though in prison that'll take good care of you. You'll be their bitch. They won't want anybody else fucking you up the ass but them, so they'll take care of you. What you think about that?
Oh yeah, I won't mind a big cock.
It's not what your friends say. They said it looks like a clit. Well, listen, I'd love to chat with you all night because I know that you're pathetic and you don't have a life. This is what I got some hot bitches I need to tend to. Have a little fun. Just got through eating a nice steak. So I'm going to have to let you go. Like I said, if you get lonely and you just really need some company, all you got to do is text me your address. I'll even send you a first-class ticket. I'll send somebody to pick you up. I'll give you one last semblance of civilization. Oh, here we go.
You guys are walnut. Do you want to get walnut? Do you want a walnut?
There you go. Thank you, babe.
Can I get some walnut?
Walnut.
Hopefully this gentleman will make a walnut.
You just fucked up when you called the wrong person.
In age.
In age.
Walnut.